Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Was last week and we didn't even dress. Did you notice that?
We didn't?
Used to be a big deal. You mentioned wanting to get dressed up.
That was
for
it.
like 5 seconds.
That was it.
Sovereignty won the horse race.
Like 89th generation. What's the damn famous horse?
Oh, you mean they all descended from Secretariat?
Secretariat.
Yes,
like
sir.
99th generation.
Every single one of the horses was a descendant of Secretariat.
Right.
Horse that won the Triple Crown in the 70s. That's big baller shit. That's Peyton Manning type stuff there.
That means somebody's rich, rich.
I love horse names too. Screw me, we didn't even talk about. I should have went through the names.
We should have, but
fault.
we didn't.
The best horse name I ever heard. There was a horse that ran up at Lone Star Park in Grand Prairie, Texas, outside of Dallas when I was living up there, and there was a horse that he almost qualified for the Preakness one year. He was a decent horse. He was just a local horse that was bred in Texas. His name was Mortar Forker.
Really?
Yeah, Morter.
Like Mortimer from...
Kinda, yeah. Same vein. Mortar Forker. Forker.
I can't believe the Derby allowed that.
They did. And we've got some controversial barbecue team names, too, this week. I should go over the list at the end of the show.
Yes.
Beat My Meat is back, I know.
Of course.
The Marbach Miracles are back this year. Welcome in here. It is a very stressful week for me. I'll need Rudy to hold my hand through the week because I'm probably going to get pissy once or 10 times.
Yeah, because your phone's going to be going off. People are going to be asking you questions that you're not supposed to be dealing with.
Correct. I'm going to get easily triggered by George Pickens or some random thing you see in sports. Well, then fucking stop doing it then.
Right.
That's going to happen.
So if Mike has that meltdown this week, it's because of the barbecue.
Right. Unlike the other weeks where I just have meltdowns because that's how I am. This week I have an excuse, and it is the barbecue, which is on Saturday. So let's just get that out of the way right now. Tomorrow night, if you're watching this show live, on Tuesday, what is today? May the what? 12th? Something like that? 12 May?
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's Tuesday the 13th. I will be out at Slackers on 281 and Thousand Oaks. It is the final pop-up. I'm going to sell tickets. I've got 2 different kinds of tickets for sale tomorrow night at Slackers. $25 for VIP tickets, which will get you on the grounds and access to all the whole shebang. If you just want to eat, that's great. For $10, you can get a plate and get on down the road.
But if you want to hang out with Mike and
sure, yeah, you want to hang and chill and watch all the festivities and go around all the different teams and watch me and Rudy yuck it up on the stage and meet the judges and just play grab ass for a couple of hours. $25 and every cent goes to that Red Shield Youth Center right there by Woodlawn Lake in Westside San Antonio, Texas. It is this Saturday. Got to keep it. Bernard says keep it together for the kids. I'm going to do my best.
And it's a good chance for y'all to finally meet Buki in person.
Yeah, are you coming out, dude? Yeah. In your random Scott Solak shirt today you got on?
Yes, I am.
Which is weird. You're in the diehard sports fan phase. Mike and I are past that in our lives.
Right.
Sure. We don't live and die with the shit.
Yeah.
So for you to be live and die Red Sox, it's weird to see you in a Rangers shirt.
Yeah. I wore Orioles socks the other day as well.
Yeah, you're weird.
Yeah, I'm a little weird. That's all right. But yeah, I'll be there.
Didn't Salami used to wear a different baseball cap?
Every day.
Every day. He had all 30 whatever teams and wore them all every day.
He was a nut.
Dang. Did he have a club?
Cardinals.
Oh, okay. He has Red Sox, but he'll wear Orioles. I mean, it's one thing to wear Rangers, but you're wearing team gear that's in the Boston division.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Like, I'm not going to catch Mike, and no, he's not diehard anymore, but he's not going to wear a Jalen Hurts shirt.
Well, you won't catch me wearing any New York stuff. I'll tell you that. It's a guarantee.
Okay,
so no
cool.
New York. Okay. Well,
Yeah, that's
like
obvious.
I could never wear an Eagles jersey.
Anybody.
I couldn't do that.
No.
Come on, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I like the Commanders. I love Dan Quinn. They've got Coach Bro, Jaden Daniels, that whole scene. I kind of like it.
I like the
That
Commanders,
doesn't mean
too.
I would wear the shirt, but I don't hate the Commanders. Sorry, not sorry. I just don't hate them. My loyalties are weird now, you know? Like
I don't. I mean, look, I don't care
Spurs
enough
is
anymore.
really, that's after that?
I'm all about what, like, you know, what was that, Friday? Dab Cabby was like, Mike, I ain't really got a team to make me money.
Mhm.
For me, yes,
Who
I'm a
makes
Bears
money?
fan. I'm
Yeah.
a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
But what's going to pop for in the building? What's going to have 300 people in here 10 minutes into the show?
I agree.
That's what I'm a fan of.
I agree. And so
if
don't
that's the
be
Cowboys,
shocked.
so be it.
All right, Spurs fans. You know I love your team. I love our team.
Right.
I'm excited about the future. I am. Especially when you see a report today, Shama Ramading Dong says that Giannis Antetokounmpo's agents are going to sit down very soon with Giannis and go over whether or not it is in his best interest to stay in Milwaukee.
He's finally open to
Which
it.
means-
According to
yeah,
Sham,
which
he's
means
open
he's leaving,
to
which
yeah,
means he's out.
He's gone.
If you're married and you go think about some other, if you go think about maybe splitting up, y'all splitting
Yeah,
up.
it's done. Man.
So that being said, I can't wait. It'd be great if we got Giannis. I'm willing to trade him just about anybody and anything for Giannis. That's fine. So the Spurs are my baby, but man, my point is that like Rudy says, we're going to go where the money's at as a company. So I was looking at our data over the weekend. I sent this to Rudy. This was interesting. I'm not sure why this happened. Maybe it's a fluke. Maybe it's a 1 week thing. Maybe we had a bunch of truckers happen to be riding through this state or whatever. So I get access to all of our data on our YouTube show. I get the Love You Hard. This is Love You Hard anyway. Now we're on Pub Sports Radio. I don't see their
But we don't get their data.
No. We're on Anthem TV. I don't have access to his data. He'll show it to me if I ask
Right.
him. Rudy and I can get into like the nuts and bolts of the Love You Hard TV channel. And as y'all might imagine, the states that obviously Texas is the state that we're most prominent in. After that, it's the big ones. Then it's California, New York, Florida. All right. The fifth state was very surprising to me. The fifth most viewed state of our show is Georgia, the state of Georgia.
What up, Georgia?
Number 6, and I found this very interesting, was the state of Utah.
Whatever.
Somehow we have penetrated the state of Utah.
Whoa.
We didn't go back and forth. We just penetrated and stayed there.
No, we're not soaking. We're pumping. Okay. We have people.
We just lost Utah.
We have. Good night, Utah.
See you, Utah.
Thanks, appreciate you coming in here and checking in. I was like, what the fuck? Is that a bunch of truckers that maybe you live here that are cruising through Utah?
This is
But then I broke it
military.
down.
This is military town USA. Maybe they
Yeah,
moved.
I don't know. But
What
then
up, Dad?
Then I broke it down. It wasn't truckers just happened to be driving through because we have like the average Utahan watches our show longer than the average San Antonian does. I'm not kidding. Like you can see
Oh,
time
I didn't
spent
break it down
viewing.
like that.
Like you can see how long. Like who watches us? Where are they?
How long?
How
they
long
watch?
do they watch? You know, what days of the week do they watch the most on? Now, obviously, 90% of our audience is in San Antonio.
For sure. And
But-
then Austin.
So the folks that we have in Utah, right? They actually spend more time watching us than
Like straight
San
through without
Yeah,
checking
it's
out,
crazy. And so our top cities are San Antonio, are by far number 1. Number 2 is Austin, and I wasn't shocked by that. Number 3 is Houston. That's nice. Number 4 was Atlanta, Georgia.
Strange.
And number 5 is Salt Lake City, Utah. Explain that shit to me. Atlanta and Utah could not be more different.
Yeah, they're totally different people.
That just goes to show we have versatility up in here.
Here.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's great. So, and I love that. And I was talking to Slaughter about, how to promote Pub Sports and us and how we can blow up together as
What up,
partners
Pub
and
fellas?
this kind of thing. And
Yeah.
always talking shop with the guys over at Anthem TV, how we can blow this thing up, all these different strategies to get our word out there. And the key is versatility. Like some of these other podcast companies, it's all a bunch of white motherfuckers. To hear that the whole Atlanta is tuning in warms my heart.
Hey, you're welcome.
But then you've got these
They're
little
like, hey, it's a black guy on the internet.
right. but then you've got dudes that look like Keith Van Horn
They
up in
do.
Utah that like us too. This is great. This
Shout out to
shows
Mike.
versatility.
Shout out to Buki.
Yeah, do I get credit for Utah?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
That's
take
all
Utah,
Atlanta's
I take
already-
ATL.
Okay,
What up, Shouty?
that's fine. That's fine because they all
Who
equal
gives a
green.
shit?
They all are the same color when it comes to spending money on the show.
Facts.
So we will go where the shows are. I'm loyal to the Spurs, but if we blew up in fucking Utah and I was making $85,000 a month, How we just talking shit? We're gonna talk some jazz.
Hey, especially after tonight, if they get Cooper Flag.
Shit, I know, right? That's about to blow. Maybe we should take advantage of this right now while Utah's hot.
Let's do it.
Get a Cooper Flag shirt.
Let's do it.
Don't freak out. You know how much I love my Spurs, but I'm just saying, it's funny to see the data and how it breaks down. And anyway, I didn't mean to get off on that. That's a long way of saying I will be at Slackers. I will just make that the first live spot of the day. Slackers, the official sports bar in the building. 5 locations in the greater San Antonio area. I will be at the one Tuesday on 281 in Thousand Oaks from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. 6 to 7, all right? After work, come cruise by, have a beer with me at Slackers, Thousand Oaks and 281.
It's a good time. People just getting off. That's a good time.
Yeah, man. Buy some tickets. I will be there mañana. All right. So I just cross that out. Got that done. Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock p.m., Slackers. All right. We got another one, boys, and this one's right down the street from us. It is time. We need an end now. It is time. We're working on these things. It's a slow burn.
Let's slow burn.
It is time for a Texas female teacher Diddling report on In the Building.
Brought to you by Pub Sports Radio.
Yes. And if we start branching out, into other states and we start blowing up, maybe we'll make this a national teacher diddling. Because all these years it's just been a Texas one. Because we get our share in Texas. And wouldn't you know it, we got it right here in San Antonio, Texas. Buki is putting up the mugshot of the latest gal to get popped. After she got banged, then she got popped.
Jesus.
So by looking at her, that's not amazing. Now, granted, this is a mugshot. That's
the mugshot. That's not their daily shot. But
she's
still,
not having a good day.
It don't get
here.
much better than that.
No, probably not.
It don't get much better.
She does not look like it gets much better after that. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Man, twice?
Dateline San Antonio.
San Antonio?
Yes, sir. Now, this is what makes this one more funner. This is not a teacher, but it counts. She's a lunch lady.
She was giving them extra chicken strips.
God damn.
She was giving them extra tacos. Dateline San Antonio, KSAT.com. I will be on KSAT television Wednesday.
Yes.
A 30-year-old cafeteria employee with the East Central Independent School District in San Antonio. What's up, East Central? We got a lot of people.
Hornets.
We got a lot of people over there.
The great Stanley Bonowitz.
Was arrested after police say she had sexual intercourse with a student 2 times on campus.
On campus.
This is what makes this one even more exciting.
It's more erotic.
Normally, this takes place in the teacher's home,
cars,
parks. This went down at school.
Where? By the frozen pizza?
Maybe maybe in the fridge.
This isn't funny. This is somebody's baby got raped.
I got you. It says right
that kid
here.
didn't get raped.
Somebody's baby got sexually assaulted.
Oh, that poor bastard. Oh, man. Were you a victim? Yes, I was. Well, your dick got hard enough to perform, though. Yeah, it did.
Yep.
It's pretty hard to rape a dude if he ain't willing. Jenna is her name. It's hard to, there's certain names out there that don't shock me when I see that they're involved in these kinds of gratuitous activities.
Jenna's one?
Jenna is one of those kinds of names. Okay. No offense to anybody out there that has a daughter named Jenna. Not all of them. These are generalities. All right? These are the general thing. Priscilla, Jenna, Alexa. These are the kinds of people that
anything
do
that ends in
Perhaps.
Nina, Anna.
Well, no, not Nina or Anna.
Helga.
No, Jenna.
All of our ladies end in
Alexa. No, these are
toxic.
No,
I'm
Bookie
kidding.
Oh, thank you. I was going to say refresh my page. So there she is, Jenna. She's having a tough day right there. Jenna Woodworth is her name. Taken into custody Thursday on a charge of improper relationship between an educator and a student, a second-degree felony, according to the arrest warrant affidavit in Bexar County, Texas. East Central ISD police said officers were made aware of an incident involving a district employee and a high school student on Wednesday morning. Woodworth, who worked in the child nutrition department.
That's a fancy name for a lunch
Ain't shit
lady.
nutritionist about the damn high school lunches.
So woke. Is that what we have to call them now? Child nutrition.
What are they supposed to be called? Cafeteria lady?
Cafeteria lady, lunch lady. Jesus.
We woke.
During an interview, the victim stated, stated on Monday that when he told his friends about it, they immediately high-fived him and carried him around the football field and put a crown on top of his head and now call him king.
That is not in the story.
No, I made that part up.
That's not in the story.
They all lit cigars at the bar that night and celebrated. No. Victim stated on Monday that Woodworth picked him up in the stadium parking lot of the football stadium and drove him to the Learning Academy campus. To another campus that she had some access to. She gave him access to many more things in that academy.
Mm-hmm.
These students said Woodworth walked him through a back door.
I
bet. Of the cafeteria kitchen. And when she was done with her morning duties, they went to a closet in the kitchen and had sexual intercourse in the closet of the kitchen.
Sounds like Ben Roethlisberger was in there.
Yeah, man. Was it Josh Hamilton, the old Ranger?
Oh, my God.
He had 2 road lizards and was and had them in a bathroom in a bar. And then after he got done with them, he called, I think it was, might have been Michael Young, or maybe it was Ian Kinsler. Remember Ian Kinsler?
Yeah, of course.
Come pick me up, man. I fucked up again. What'd you do? Had a threesome. You fucked up.
Well, he left out the coke and heroin
Well,
part.
yeah, there's that part. The student told the officers the same interaction happened the next day. Damn, she was ovulating.
She wanted it.
Yeah, he
See,
said,
when you're 16, you can go 2 days in a row.
you can't go 2 days in a row.
I can.
Can you still go twice in one day?
Yes.
Spread it out a couple hours.
Yeah.
You telling me to go twice in one day, you're basically asking me to run a marathon.
Oh,
Jose, at 27.
You eat fried
Yes,
fucking food all
Jose,
day.
at 27, you should have 3 or 4 rounds.
That's
in
correct.
I'm like, oh,
If
my
you
God,
can't get
again?
2 in a day, that's because you all that
Something wrong with
bullshit
you, bro.
processed
27?
food. Mhm.
27?
Come on, dude.
27, I just walked around with that thing at the top of my belt. It was always hard.
Right.
I can't. I'm not enough energy for that anymore,
Again,
guys.
this is the fried chicken and bullshit you eat all day.
Yeah.
It's bull
no
crap.
eggs, though.
Your testosterone's below 300, sir.
He said he has been in contact with the employee ever since his freshman year. So they've been flirting for a while.
Yeah.
Jesus.
She was grooming
She had to wait.
grooming him.
She had to groom her.
Yeah. He stated she would get upset with me if I did not speak to her or acknowledge her when I was around her.
Damn,
Okay.
she was a weirdo then.
Yeah. The affidavit states Woodworth admitted to having sexual intercourse with him twice. Police said Human Resources found a picture of the victim in her work-issued locker. She had the boy's picture posted in her locker?
See, most of the times I think they
Come
get
on,
caught
man.
because the parents go through the kid's phone, like we go through our teenager's phone,
Yeah.
and then they find the inappropriate messages.
Mhm.
That's or the boy, obviously goes and tells the whole world.
Yeah. Kids, you can't, he's 17. He's going to tell his homies.
But the homies,
Of
cousins,
course. Yes, of course.
people that I don't like.
Correct.
Yeah.
So chalk it up. We got another one in the 2025. In the building, female Texas Teacher Diddling League of 2K25 East Central ISD checks in. They're so proud. We're proud to be affiliated with Jay Ribaldo, the official real estate agent of In the Building.
What up, Jay?
Thank you, Jay. Got brand new listings that he's put on there the last few weeks. Springtime is the time for selling and buying. We got a hot week blowing in next week. We got a hot day today. It's going to get up to 90, I think.
It's supposed to be 108 this week, and it's
Yeah.
May. That ain't July or August.
We're going to break records. 99 on Saturday.
Yeah,
for
so
the
Pub
barbecue.
Sports, all y'all in different states. In Texas, we're gonna have 108 degrees in
Wow.
May.
Man.
Oh, my God.
That being said, buyers are in a hurry to get this stuff done.
Before summer.
Yeah, people that list their houses, they don't want to be dealing with this in the dead of the heat if they don't have to. I mean, if you do, you do. But ideally, people that list their homes in springtime, they are eager beavers when it comes to selling. And that's my point is there's some good deals out there.
He
So
said
jump in
beaver.
there. An eager one. Right East Central. Jay knows the hookups. Jay knows where to find the right place to buy. Or if you're looking to sell, Jay knows where to go. A lot of times you want to sell a house, you don't know where to go. Like, who do I call? You go to Google and the first person you find, you call them because you're lazy. No, we got the guy for you. Jay will do all of the legwork, all of the groundwork. It is Jay Robaldo, the official real estate agent. Go see that listing there. All the specs on that one that Jose's posted, and all the specs on all the homes he's got listed. It is Jay Robaldo Realty Group, 210-887-1081. You can email Jay directly, jrobaldo at kw.com, Keller Williams. Or go to the website. That's the best thing to do. It's robaldo.com. Robaldo.com. Thanks for everybody participating in the chat today. A couple of housekeeping items. We want you to like and comment. Perky Sanderson, we appreciate all that
what up?
interaction. Good Lord, dude.
Jay does have a nice sack, apparently, according to Perky, but
Jay has a huge sack.
yeah.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
I don't know what that means. Maybe Perky get some of your comments in one post rather than 39 of them. You text like a chick, Perky, is what I'm saying. That's an ass whip when people text me, and they'll text me one statement, but it'll be in 14 different texts. That's a beating.
That's 14 vibrations right there.
Maybe consolidate that just a skosh, Perky. Love you. Welcome in here. Like and share our show. Comment on it all you want, preferably not in like serial killer Perky here. You can also donate money to us via the Super Chat. You can also buy us coffees, which is the same as give us money. Jose will put the Buy Me a Coffee link on the website right now. The website, I mean the chat sites. You can subscribe for free on Love You Hard TV. Do business with our partners at Pub Sports Radio. Make sure you're a subscriber on them. Make sure you download the Anthem TV app that me and Rudy are on each and every day. This show is on it. We do Sunday night shows at 6 o'clock as well, the Instant Rewind show, and become a member. Do we have a members-only show today? I think we do.
I'm down.
$4.99 a month. That's it. This right here was $3.99 for this tea I bought today. $4.99 a month. You get all of the members-only exclusive swag, and you get all of the members-only exclusive shows.
So, yeah, you heard it here first.
Today.
Members today.
That's correct. A members-only will come down today. As a matter of fact, we have 3 shows today. Got this one. We're going to do members-only here around 11:30 for y'all that are watching live. And we have a special NBA draft lottery show tonight.
Can we capture magic again?
Because San Antonio really thinks that they're getting the number 1 overall pick again. That's just stupid.
Can we capture magic?
What do
Look,
we have,
I'm
like
down.
7%?
I'm rooting for it, but no.
Yeah, but we have 2 lottery picks, so I need to see where we're going to be slotted in.
There's no way.
By the way, quick thing here. Roji Valadez
Yeah, what's up, Rosie?
asking, can I buy VIP tickets the day of the barbecue?
Of course.
Yes, you can buy tickets at the gate.
Of course.
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
They ain't turning down nobody.
There you
They
go.
ain't turning down
Yeah,
nobody.
the answer with the Salvation Army is always a hard yes.
Especially when they're talking about money.
Yes, we'll
for the
make it
kids.
happen.
It's for the kids. It's for
Absolutely.
the kids.
Absolutely. Yes, you can show up that day. What was I saying?
What they're
NBA
saying, we're
draft
doing
lottery.
Yeah, tonight
we're doing
at
a
6.
special show at 6.
Yeah, so Rudy's going to join us via satellite, I
Yeah.
believe. Me and Buki will be here. 30 minutes. We just want to react to
That's
it.
fine.
We'll see how long they drag it out. So it starts at 6.
Which
They're
means
not-
it ends at like 7:30.
They're usually pretty fast when it comes to the lottery because they got a playoff game tonight. And it comes in between. It comes right before the first game.
Oh, okay.
So they'll be pretty quick.
They're going to
about
move it along.
Correct. They'll be pretty quick about it. So right at 6, we'll pop on the channel tonight, all of them. Well, certainly Love You Hard TV anyway. And we'll do our deal, and we'll watch them pull the lottery because the Spurs have
So
2.
we're working hard for y'all.
Yeah, we've got Atlanta's pick and our own.
6% for the Spurs picks, 0.7% for the Hawks.
Come
pick.
on now.
0.7?
0.7. Yeah,
0.7.
they're the last
Those
ones.
fucking Hawks. I
They
thought they were
played
going to
well.
suck all
They play.
year.
Trey Young's a baller, dude.
I thought he was going to get traded last summer.
Mm-mm.
The Atlanta, y'all let me down. And shout out to all of our viewers in Atlanta because we now know we have them.
What up, ATL?
And fuck the Hawks, man, for not sucking worse. All right, so that's it tonight. So we got this show, members only. Then we got the little. We're just gonna pop on here, watch the pool, and overreact to it. And I think it'll be fun. So y'all jump in there tonight and hear the first show in town to react to the lottery tonight at 6 o'clock. Let's talk Cowboys, shall we?
I think this is funny
What's that?
that the Cowboys have to play the Eagles in week 1 in Philly and watch them get their rings.
Yep.
Because this is the type of stuff that if your team was normal and your team really gave a shit about winning, which again, they've had a good offseason, a really good offseason. Mike and I both given them A's so far. With the backup signing, quarterback Milton, they went and got Pickens. We like what they did in the draft. I'm a fan of it. But watching a team get their rings, a team that's supposed to be a hated rival, and then watching them get their second ring in the last 7 years, it's supposed to piss you off. It's supposed to be like, you know what? First of all, if I'm Dak, I'm telling him we're not coming out on the field till this shit's over.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, it's supposed to piss you off. It's supposed to bring a tear to your eye. It's supposed to make you want to go out there and kick their ass. And shout out to Pub. Jose says the Cowboys are already a 7-point underdog. Get in on that line before it moves. Shout out to Pub Sports Radio. But I don't know if these young kids know and care about this rivalry and what it's supposed to mean and how it's supposed to piss you off. I don't know. But it's funny to me to watch Jerry have to watch them. Because they got one in 2019? Was that 2019 they won?
Who, Philly?
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Sounds about right. 2019 and then now again in 2025?
Yeah. Maybe 2026. They're good.
Yeah.
They haven't lost much. Jason Kelce retired last year.
Yeah, he did.
Still stayed good.
I don't know. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Jerry's got to sit there in the press box with his Johnny Walker Blue and watch them get another ring.
I fully expect the Cowboys to play fine in this game because
Toro Loco said Dak's 9-4 against them
in his career. Yeah,
well, yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah, he had a horrible loss a couple of seasons ago with the fucking division on the line in December and stepped out of bounds right before the overtime. Remember that shit?
Right.
Yeah, because that's what he does in big games. Yeah, he's 9-4, and probably of those 13 games, 10 of them didn't matter because they were in September and October.
Right.
What is Dak's record against Philadelphia in December? I bet it's a little less.
It was probably those 4 losses.
Yeah, but it's the worst game. Yeah, all 4 of them are December. It's September, so I have no doubt the Cowboys will come out and play well. Although they didn't play great to start the season last year. Dak sucked and then got hurt. That whole season sucked. Whole thing sucked.
I don't remember.
You just memory hold it all. Yeah, they were just bad last year. So
they were just bad. And who knows what they're going to be this year? I like Tyler Booker. I love their draft they had. I like the first 3 picks they took. I like the possibility of having a better running game. I like the defense. It's still fairly solid. Hopefully Trayvon Diggs can get back in a timely fashion. But it's the Cowboys, and so if 10 wins is going to be cause for a parade, like I've said. My expectations are way lowered. So you know what? I'm excited for this. Yay. Go Cowboys.
This is Cowboy news. The other Cowboy news is because everything's Cowboy news is Shoddy making Dak and Micah. He put their lockers next to each other without consulting them. Some former players saying this is bullshit. You don't do this. We're grown men, blah, blah, blah. Woo, woo, woo.
Nah, Shoddy's rolling like that.
But I need to sit next to you and see your balls
guys
to be
pissed.
to be leaders?
Guys don't like that Shoddy arranged the seating arrangements
without talking to them.
Oh, well. Nothing else they've ever done works, so why not try this?
You're right about that.
What are they going to do? What is Micah going to do? Get pissed and not play worth the shit in December? I mean, what is Dak going to do? Break another bone? I mean, nothing ever works.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you, I like Brian so far. I like Shoddy. I think he's been all right. Shoddy. I smell a bit. I like him. I like the things he says. He's got a little Dan Campbell in him when it comes to his personality. Mm-hmm. Whether or not that carries over onto the field is up to Dak Prescott and Micah Parsons, to be honest with you. And what I also see there is, you're putting your 2 leaders together in the locker room. I would argue that Micah Parsons being the leader of your defense is not a good idea, but that's just my opinion. But those are the 2 guys with the most pressure on them on the entire organization. Micah every year wears out because he's small, and they play him in the wrong fucking position. Dak Prescott wears out every year.
I don't mind him playing there. I just feel like he should take less snaps there.
I agree. He'd be playing outside linebacker if it were up to me.
Yeah, just give his body a break so he can last
disagree at all, man. Yeah. So, whatever. Cowboys Eagles opening night to start the season. The first Thursday night game, I guess, is it the Amazon game or is that NBC?
I don't know.
I'm assuming it's the Amazon game. So week 1, Thursday night, September the 4th. Cowboys Eagles at in Philly. What the hell are they playing? I always want to call it the Link. Lincoln Financial. Is it still Link?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, shit.
It is the Link.
All right, well, great. And they'll give the Eagles their rings, and the Cowboys will watch them do so.
Yeah, that is true. That came down over the weekend, NFL Quick Kicks.
popped.
Derek Carr retired. I didn't know his shoulder was that mangled.
He popped everything. Yeah, shoulder and elbow is gone.
It's awesome to get paid that much where you're like, you know what? I've made a couple hundred.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like doing this damn rehab. I quit.
You know what? I got respect for
Me too.
for Carr. He always played on bad teams. That's what happens when you play for the Raiders. You play on bad teams.
Yeah.
That guy's body took a beating. He made a lot of money.
Shit ton.
That was a tough guy. I don't think he was ever elite. He was right there. He was kind of where Dak was in Dak's heyday.
I think they're the same guy.
Kind of that that 8 to at his best. There were weeks where
he looked like Troy Aikman.
top 10.
Yeah. And then there's weeks where you're like, oh shit, that's Derek Carr.
Yeah, but I mean, he never really had a lot of help with the Raiders, because they're the freaking Raiders. And then he goes to the Saints while they're on a downturn.
Then your best receiver goes to jail.
Yeah.
And Henry Ruggs.
Sure.
Well, don't even have not even the best, but your field stretcher.
Your arm's junk. You've lost velocity. And then the team drafts, was it Tyler Shuck?
Tyler Schlong.
They draft Tyler Schlong in the second round. And that's the kid they want to start for him when you're drafting him in the second round. So
Rattler's
Carr's
there
like,
too.
yeah, he's a spare. But
They're all spares.
Carr decided he didn't want to put himself through this. Shout out to David Carr. Derek, I still call him David, his brother, Derek Carr. Shout out to Derek. Tough dude, played on bad teams. By the way, speaking of the Raiders, again, you can bring in Pete Carroll. You can bring in Tom Brady.
Raiders going Raider.
The Raiders going Raider. They brought in washed up ass, ain't played in 2 years, pussy ass Jalen Smith, former Cowboy.
They did.
You see that? They y'all remember Jalen, for you boys and girls, the Cowboys drafted Jalen Smith one year in the second round.
That was crazy.
When he had the worst knee injury
Almost
that anyone's
had it amputated.
ever seen.
Right.
Where it damn near had to get amputated. Wasn't even sure if he was going to be able to play. The Cowboys take a flyer on him in the second round, which was ridiculous.
And paid him.
And he plays his ass
And
off
then they
for
gave
2
him a
years.
deal, yeah.
Plays his ass off for 2 years, and Jerry gives him $68 million. And he immediately
He just wanted to reward him, man. He's like, this kid's from Notre Dame. He'll do some good with it. Here's $68 million.
His knee was so fucked up that he actually developed drop foot. Remember that? He had a condition called drop foot. And ain't played in 2 years. And then the last 2 years he did play in the league, he was so good at running around looking busy and not doing anything. I used to laugh my ass off watching him run around. There's film of him
doing nothing.
He's really great at chasing cars, but
fake hustle.
And then he'd throw himself into piles after a tackle got made. It was unbelievable. It was laughable, comical. Hadn't played in 2 years. The Raiders bring him in for a tryout this week at their mini camp, and they gave him a deal for the year.
Must look good, Mike.
Raiders gonna Raider. All right, and then the other news, since you brought up football.
What's that?
George Pickens is already in the news.
What'd he do?
Having to put flames out. Well, a post ripping the Steelers on his Twitter page went out.
I'm sure now it's deleted.
It's since been deleted, and he says that wasn't me. Got hacked. Okay.
See, this is what comes with him.
This is what
He's
comes with him.
a really good receiver, but this is what comes with George Pickens.
We could not get 2 fucking days in here. You pull this up. It's just ridiculous. Now, he says he was on an airplane, and there's just no way this was him. Okay, dude.
Go ahead.
I have it here. All right.
Okay. Put your readers on.
Get my damn readers on. I'm upset.
We need a sponsor for these.
Did I mention I know we do need a sponsor for the. Did I mention I was going to go on some rants this week? God, this fucking guy. You know what? All right. New York Post. George Pickens denies ripping Steelers in viral post drama after Cowboys trade, calling it, quote, straight lies. The Steelers felt that trading George Pickens made sense for everyone, but it's unclear if Pickens is singing the same tune. Screenshots surfaced over the weekend on Twitter of an Instagram shot where Pickens appeared to call out the Steelers saying, quote, they the cheapest organization. Ain't no stacking year after year they gone. Let them bitches go too soon as it's time. Laughing my ass off. No wide receiver ever gets a second deal in Pittsburgh. Have you noticed that? They bring him in to let him go.
Yeah, Antonio got one deal, but not the second. Yeah,
Chase
I got you.
Claypool.
Hell, even Hines Ward was fighting for his money.
Yeah, the Steelers just don't pay wideouts, except DK Metcalf. He's the exception that they traded for him. Pickens denies the legitimacy of the comment. He posted a picture of him on an airplane and wrote, "Literally on a plane, no service. Just landed and seen straight lies from Pitt fans. Stop with the AI trying to make a story. I'm happy for everything that the Steel City did for me." And P.S. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
You know what, though?
Already, man. This kid he rips the Steelers, and now he's having, it wasn't me. Okay. AI did that. Okay. AI hacked his Instagram post. Okay.
And by the way, Pickens.
Come on, man.
We all know their planes, even on airplanes, they have this thing called Wi-Fi that they give you access to. So you being on the plane ain't enough. But look, let me say this, though. I don't know if he really did it or not.
Yeah.
But now Los Angeles Charger, Najee Harris, says when he walked into the Chargers facility, he was like, holy shit.
This is the NFL.
He was like, this is what y'all got here? He was like, we don't have any of this shit in Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh may be one of those places where, I know we make $5 billion a year.
Yep.
But y'all still going to have a Coke machine that takes quarters.
Yep, that's right.
So Najee said that
pay for parking.
The Pittsburgh facilities are a piece of shit
they are.
Compared to the Chargers.
Sure, of course they are. Big market.
I hate that.
Small market.
Like there should be no NFL team should have subpar anything. Like, you know how the Cardinals every year they do the grade and the players grade the facilities?
Sure.
Like every year the Cardinals get an F.
And the Chiefs.
Like, bro, like there's no team that should have subpar facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's sad. It ain't even sad. It's just bullshit on the owner's part. Like, dude, y'all are making it. Like, y'all clear a Billy.
Right.
After the janitor's paid, y'all clear a Billy. And you're going to come in there with hot tubs that don't get hot, cold tubs that don't get cold. Are you kidding me? Come on, Pittsburgh. Be better. You're a historic franchise. Be better.
Patrick Mahomes.
And the Chiefs, that's a total disgrace.
He built his own practice facility
because
away
it's
from
so
the
shitty.
Yeah, hired his own guy from Fort Worth.
Didn't know
Pat
that.
trains in Pat spends his off seasons in Fort Worth.
He can't spend it in Kansas City.
Well, no, they don't have proper facilities.
That's bullshit, dude.
Had his longtime trainer from follow him around. So he had his own personal trainer when he was in high school. Went with him to Tech. And then Patrick goes up to Kansas City, and his trainer stays back and created his own workout facility. It was real high-end, high-dollar, badass, all-world facility.
2025, $50
Worth.
million a year type shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Patrick then, his name is Bobby Stroop is the guy's name, the trainer. Pat basically calls Bobby out of the blue. Hey, man, I'm going to need you to come up here to Kansas City. Yeah, man, I'm good, Pat. What's the deal? Oh, heck, these facilities are dog shit, man. And
he doesn't sound that much like Kermit. That's full-blown Kermit, dog.
I'm going to need you up here, Bobby. God damn it, I'm going to need you up here, man. I'm a base fucking Texan. I'm going to need you up here. And so basically overpaid Bobby to move to Kansas City with his family and run a shop up there. So they go back and forth.
Nice.
Because the Chiefs scene is dog shit. The Steelers scene is also shitty and subpar, you know. And I like the Steelers organization. I love the we don't do bullshit mentality. But it's also kind of an excuse to like be cheap. And
where we taking on the mantra of our town.
Sure.
We're blue collar steel town. Bullshit, man.
Right.
Y'all make too much money.
You mean y'all poor as fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody goes to college in that city. I mean, whatever. I mean, and I love that they want to win in a certain way.
I get that. There's a culture.
We're dogs.
There's a culture.
It's all about football. We don't do glitz and glamour like down in Dallas. I get that. I like the glitz and glamour. I like the winning with the glitz and glamour. It is possible to have a dog mentality with glitz and glamour. You can do that. I've seen it done.
Hey, you know what, Mike? You keep the glitz and glamour. Just get me up to speed. Just get me into the 20.
Oh, right. Just make sure the water's hot.
Yeah. It ain't got to be super fancy.
Right. Why am I paying for parking?
Yeah, just give me, yeah. Just get me to 2025. That's all I ask.
That's right. Man, they're fucking
Come
lucky
on,
to
man.
have me up here in Kansas City.
Wasn't Pat in town this week for the?
Is in Waco.
It was in Waco.
Yeah, he
okay.
and Jeff got inducted into the High School Football Hall of Fame. And he shouted out UTSA and Frank
did.
Harris. It was cool.
Yeah.
No, but I don't. If George Pickens is pissed, is happy to be out of that piss poor small town, whatever. By the way, you know who's got an amazing facility? The little bitty market, San Antonio Spurs. We got a badass state of the art scene up here at the Rock. The Spurs have been ahead of everybody on analytics and European scouting and all that kind of shit.
They had to get up to par.
Just because you're a small market does not excuse you for being cheap ass.
Because the one over there off Spurs Lane, it was outdated.
It was, no question.
They needed it.
No question. So as much as I love Mike Tomlin and I respect the Rooneys and the Steeler culture, that's not an excuse to be cheap ass.
Right.
We grew up cheap. We grew up poor as fuck. My grandma once told me, because we had the cutest little house in our neighborhood, that woman made my ass cut the yard twice a month in the springtime. And I'm always out there helping her pick weeds, making sure we had a persimmon tree in the yard. And them fucking things would fall, and if you let them sit, they rot and they make the yard stink.
Yeah.
I'm up there. I'm constantly doing yard maintenance. Constantly, we're going to paint Saturday. God damn. Before you go anywhere, I'm going to need you to help me paint the house. Oh, bitch. I painted the house, the porch. That woman's house was beautiful, and it was a little shanty house, but it looked great. She told me being poor is not an excuse for being dirty. Just because you're poor don't mean you got to be dirty, too. The Steelers are poor, and they're dirty.
Cheers to that.
You know what I'm saying?
Cheers to that.
Just because you're poor or just because you're in a small market don't excuse you. Because here's the other thing. We revenue share in the NFL. The Rooneys make just as much money as everybody. Come on, bro. So I have no problem with Pickens being pissed about the facilities. It's dumb and it's immature to post it on Instagram. However, dude, they traded you. You're out of there. You're going to the glitz and glamour.
Let it go.
Yeah, you got fucking hovercrafts at Jerry World. Let it go. And don't come out, I didn't post that. AI did that. Just don't fucking post stuff. You know? So already we can't get 3 days with this kid. And it's hard to give him the benefit of the doubt knowing that he comes with all that bullshit that he comes with.
I ain't buying it.
All right. These boys here, they do everything state of the art. They are blue collar. They are mom and pop. They are independently owned, but they're state of the art what they do. I'm talking about my boys at GC Roofing and Lone Star Nano Services.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Lone Star Nano. They hooked up my driveway. It looks beautiful. I got the best driveway on the block. I'm waiting on Dale to send me the videos so I can show y'all and post a little video, but they did great. All my neighbors been at, because my neighbors, they all sit in the front yard and they drink beers, and all the guys, they share tools and help each other out. Great neighborhood. But they're all like, Rudy, what the hell's going on? Because I had cones in front of my driveway because I couldn't park in there over the weekend because they were putting that love juice on there, as Dale calls it. And they're like, what's going on? What's up with the driveway, man? He looks great. It makes the house pop. So
nice.
If you want your driveway taken care of or your roof taken care of, definitely give Lone Star Nano Services. I can't wait till Dale sends me the photos.
Cool. I look forward to seeing those two myself. Lone Star Nano Services and GC Services Roofing and Construction, the official roofing/roof treatment facilities of In the Building. Both of them have their independent numbers, but they also work in conjunction with each other. We're in storm season. You know, there was some scattered storms over the weekend in and around. God forbid you have issues with your roof over storms. Hail, you know we're going to have a few more storms here before it gets dead of summertime, and that's where my boys at GC Services step in. Call either one of them. It is GC Services Roofing, Lone Star Nano Services. Reach out to me and Rudy. We can get you in connection with Russ and or Dale, the two head honchos, the two heffies at these two companies. All right, what else today? Let's just do some. Let's get some punching in. Let's do some punches here, presented by the law office of Orlando Kell. It is time to do some punching. I want to punch, and I hope they find this asshole. Matt makes a good point. I was hacked. Now people always, I got hacked.
It was AI.
Now it was AI.
That's great.
It was AI has become the new. It's the new. I got hacked.
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh no, that's AI. That ain't me. Okay. Anyway, all right. So Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer of our show, brings us this segment here. It is In the Building on Love You Hard TV.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
All right. Today, and I hope they find this person, and I hope they publish his name. And he's probably just some young idiot on the internet. He'll probably say he got hacked by AI. People that send death threats to celebrities.
Oh, yeah.
It's one thing when you do that late at night because you're pissed off because you lost money because, say, Hey Bet's show on Saturday let you down again and you've lost money on somebody. It's another thing when you're threatening people's kids.
Yeah.
I want to punch the asshole, and I'm sure it's not a credible threat, but it was enough to piss off the Astros, and baseball's going to investigate.
Okay.
Punch the son of a bitch that levied death threats at the kids of Astros pitcher Lance McCullers over there.
The kid?
Yeah, the kids.
Damn.
So Lance McCullers blew his elbow out. Hadn't pitched in 2 years. Made his debut last week. Did pretty good. He was on a pitch count. I think he pitched like 3 1/3 innings and didn't give up any runs and struck out like 4. Looked great. But it's going to be a process. I mean, he's rusty. He hasn't pitched in 2 years. Got his tits ripped in Chicago over the weekend. Or were they in Detroit? I forget. They were at home. They were at home playing the White Sox. Couldn't get out of the first inning. Just got lit up. Somebody decides to send the guy a death threat and also threaten the safety of the kids. Somebody in Houston. One of your own fucking fans.
That ain't a fan. It's a freaking weirdo.
And so Joe Espada, the manager, sits down at the podium at the press conference when the game is over, and they got whooped like 13-9 or something. And he was literally like banging his fist on the table. He was pissed off. You can criticize us all you want. We're public figures. We're a public organization. That's fine. It's one thing, but don't be doing death threats. And it's over the top when you death threat people's kids. Major League Baseball has launched an investigation. They're going to find out who did this.
Good. You got it. That's what I'm saying. Certain,
and then put their fucking name out there.
Yeah, certain things, if you want to change, you got to make examples of people.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make examples.
It's probably just some dumbass.
No, but make an example of his dumbass.
I agree.
No, that's uncalled for.
That's right.
No place for it.
Well,
I don't care who you threaten. Even if it was McCullers, you can't threaten to kill people, especially not a child. So no, screw that dude. I hope they do make an example of him.
I agree. Punch his ass.
Yeah.
Who you punching?
I got 2 punches. I want to punch Jose for texting in crypto code and not following up. You know, he texts like not free till 7:30. Like, bro, we don't know what that means. It says he just put till like 7:30. Mike was asking about the show, about doing the show today at 6. And he just says till like 7:30. What?
No.
That is what you put. I'm reading it, Jose.
The last thing Mike
said
was,
is the studio available? You put till like 7:30.
Yeah.
How about typing like a grown man and putting, hey man, I can get you in sometime between 6 and 7:30. Till like 7:30, Mike's like, okay, well, we'll stay home. Like, neither one of us understood, so I have to follow up. So mini punch Jose for not knowing how to text like a grown man.
You're texting 50-year-old people.
Yeah,
man.
dude, text us properly, bro. Like, till 7:30. Like, cut that shit out. We need specifics. We need details.
Right.
We need exactly what we're talking about, sir.
What you meant was at 7:30 we're going to get kicked out of this room tonight.
Yeah, the studio's
Yeah.
free
Yeah.
till 7:30.
It won't go till 7:30.
Yeah.
It's going to be 30,
But
40
it was
minutes.
a cryptic text. Just text in full sentences.
Right.
The second punch is the NBA player who in the first quarter, 30 seconds into the game, after he gets a foul called on him, is looking to his coach and saying, review it. Hey, asshole, it's the first quarter. You're not that good for me to possibly waste a challenge on him. And oh, by the way, you did foul him. Every freaking play now, every player is looking to his coach like, dude, if it's not Curry, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, there's about 5 players that can look to the bench. None of them are named Draymond Green. 5 players that can look to the bench and ask their coach to review it. First of all, they're not reviewing anything first through second quarter. It's stupid. But well, first of all, the rule is stupid. If I win the challenge, I should keep it. That's one thing. The NBA needs to change that. But because of that rule that y'all know about, don't ask your coach to challenge something in the first quarter for the 7th man off the bench, you idiot. You fouled him. It did go off on you, and you're not good enough for me to waste a challenge on. Like, those challenges are for the fourth quarter, late in games, a serious situation, tip ball, something like that, not for Draymond Green's angry black ass in the second quarter. I'm so sick of seeing every NBA player look at the coach, and then you see it in slow-mo. Chet Holmgren did it like 5 times the other day, and every time he fouled the dude. Coach, look, I didn't touch him. And they saw it in slow-mo. Bro, you hit him in his armpit. Not only did you foul him, you fouled the shit out of him. Why are you telling him to review it? So punch those assholes. It's getting on my damn nerves.
Doesn't it point to Steph Curry's greatness even more when he's had to endure Draymond's ass all these years?
It's like it's the closest thing. It's the closest thing to Rodman. I remember Mike on the last day saying,
right.
"Hey, I had to fly to Vegas. I walk in, Carmen Electra's there, half dressed, like having to go. Like Draymond's not that.
Go get Dennis out of the room." Mike, it's Phil. What's up, man? I need you to go get Dennis. God damn.
I told you not to let him go.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like Draymond and like it's now that all the videos are coming out of this Draymond saying, "Hey, y'all are painting me out to be an angry black man." Then it cuts to all of these clips of him being an angry black man.
He's just an angry man.
He just happens to be black.
I'm creeped out when you add that part, but you can do that.
My bad.
He actually said it that.
He said it.
He tried to put that in other people's mouths.
I was like, bro.
Y'all are portraying me as an angry black man.
I saw you try to crack Sabonis' sternum. You know what I mean? Like, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw you
Come
rear
on,
naked
man.
choke Gobert. What are you talking about, bro?
Come on, man. That's a good punch. All right. If you need to punch
Facts,
your
Rube.
future ex-wife,
Damn.
don't do it.
Yeah,
That
don't.
will hurt you in court.
Don't
You
do
will
it.
not get anything
Please
going your
don't do
way.
it.
Destroy her ass in court on paper. That's how you do it.
What's so funny?
Orlando Kill will do that for you. Let him do it. Orlando Kill has 2 personas. If you ever have a chance to meet Kill, he's the sweetest guy. And I've told this story before.
I haven't met him in person, just via text.
Which is unbelievable.
Because we didn't go to any games. They invited us to 3 Longhorn games.
I blame myself.
Next year, you won't have no problem with Arch in there. Let me know, Orlando.
He may sell his own tickets.
I know.
Man, so when hanging out with Orlando, you're like, damn, this guy's a ruthless family boy.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt he likes being called ruthless.
He is ruthless.
But he's doing a job. But he's just so sweet. And so the first time that I actually had to use him and like go with him to court for my own thing, I was like, oh man, I like Kel. We're good buddies.
He might be a little too soft.
I know he's been around for 24 years, but I mean, clearly you don't have the reputation you have for 24 years.
But then that switch flip.
Well, when it's your case, you're saying he's a little bit,
Yeah.
So dude, he walks in there. He should have had a Heisenberg hat on. He walks in, hey, everybody, how's it going? Good to see you. And all of a sudden, the judge shows up, bangs the gavel. All of a sudden, you seen the scene where that guy goes, the scene where the guy, and Walter is like, say my name.
Yeah.
Say my name. And the guy's like, Heisenberg. You're goddamn right.
Yeah.
Dude, he went from chemistry teacher to Heisenberg in 10 seconds.
I love it. That's what you need. You need a bulldog in the courtroom.
Oh, yeah. And
Especially in Texas.
And I walked out of the courtroom with my chest fucking out. That's my fucking lawyer. Shit.
Yeah.
Make way, motherfuckers. We got Orlando Kell walking through up here. This man is a stud. Hire him if you need a family lawyer. 210-775. $49.95. We joke, but not really. That's what makes it funny, because it's true. Rudy said last week, all the best humor is rooted in the truth.
Amen.
And he's right. Orlando Kell's email, orlandokell@gmail.com, orlandokell@gmail.com. Okay. It is barbecue week. This coming Saturday, I look forward to seeing a lot of people. We have a lot of really cool things lined up. We're not going to have any bands this year. I just wanted
Just
a
a
DJ.
DJ.
Yeah, we're good.
Keep the party and the vibe
we
going.
got
We
a
don't
stage.
need to stop down.
We got a DJ. It's going to be great. I will take the stage a lot more this year than I normally do. I'm going to go out. And by the way, if you're one of our teams, we have 32 barbecue teams this year.
That's crazy.
I'm going to go out Friday and spend a couple of hours. We have there's a Cooks meeting at 6:00 at Red Shield Youth Center on Friday.
Y'all have meetings about the meetings.
We do.
Good Lord.
It's It is a very complicated thing putting this son of a bitch in. I thought this was going to be three homies in a backyard and raising a couple $100 when we first started this. Now it's turned into this Taylor Palooza. So I'm going to be at the Red Shield Youth Center this Friday for the Cooks meeting, and then I'm going to cruise around and hang out with all the teams on Friday. We'll roll. We'll do some rolling on there. Jose, if you want to come follow me with a camera, please feel free to do so. And then Saturday, it starts at 10 a.m. We'll be out there until everybody gets tired. And I want to keep this thing moving along. And one of the things that I haven't even told the Salvation Army this, but I'm telling them now because they sent me a run sheet this week on how all the order of all the judging and all the announcements. I'm just going to throw this in there myself. At noon this Saturday, pregnant pause, during the barbecue, Rudy and I have a major announcement.
Oh, yeah.
This Saturday,
I know about this.
On Saturday.
Huge.
At noon. Barbecue it starts at 10. I figure by noon it'll be really rocking.
Huge announcement.
A huge, huge announcement. All right? That's this Saturday.
We're not doing a bit.
And half of y'all are like typical Taylor bullshit.
Yeah.
None of my announcements are bullshit. Some are more important than others, I admit. Some are less amazing. This is something that I'm really excited to announce to the people. What we're doing.
Yeah.
What we have here. Rudy and I have something we want to tell you that we're going to do.
Steph, is that what Steph does, Jose?
He is a chef.
All right. So a major
boy who cried
major announcement. I know, right?
Mike used to get me with that shit, y'all. I'd be stuck by my radio. Major show announcement, 4:30. I'm in my car.
That fucker's probably going to leave. He's finally going to leave.
I'm like, he's leaving. Me and Kyle going to take over his spot. And then you know what he would do, Jose? I signed a 3-year extension. I'll be like, this motherfucker.
Part of that was because I knew like all the other radio people in town wanted me to leave. And so I knew I'm just going to kill him with an extension.
I'll be driving around, Jose, because this is radio days. So I'm like, yo, we didn't have no streaming and shit.
Yeah.
So I'll be like,
putting off appointments.
I'm in my driveway sitting in the car like, well, I'm already home. Was he going to do this announcement? And you know, Mike builds it up. Yep. The best damn show in all of San Antonio, Texas is here for 3 more years. Yeah, I'll be like, get out the fucking car.
Well, you're a part of this one with me.
No, this is for the Pub Sports radio people. Mike and I did regular terrestrial radio here in town. Both of us were on iHeartRadio for 15, 20 years. I left and went over to ESPN San Antonio, but we're reminiscing on our radio days, terrestrial, but we left that dinosaur behind.
Yeah.
That's why we're in Utah and Atlanta.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine sitting in my car just waiting for something to come on the radio like that. That sounds horrid.
But it is a huge announcement. He was number one.
Yeah,
there's people wanting him to stick around. He sold a bunch of shit for a bunch of different people.
And I'd argue this major announcement, is bigger than all of the ones before it.
Whoa.
I'd argue
I think so.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, he knows?
Yeah, I told him this morning.
You told him? Did you make his ass sign an NDA?
I did. Well, I'm making his ass come roll on everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a big deal. So we thought, well, we could announce it on the show, but what better place than to announce it on Saturday during the barbecue?
Yeah.
So we'll announce this at noon live on the stage, and you'll have to be at the barbecue to hear what it is. And we'll talk about it on Monday when we get back in here. But Saturday, a massive show announcement. Thank you to all of our barbecue teams, including
Give the best ones.
Team Mestizo.
What does that mean?
Let me go through them real quick.
Okay, go through
Mestizo, half Mexicans.
Oh.
Half Mexicans, half Indians.
Okay.
You know, we got to make everything about races.
Everything. Love it.
Mestizo team, Never Enough Time, Marbach Miracles, Macaulay Gang Cookers, Mucho Smoke It Easy, AJ Monnier Barbecue Team.
What?
Cuts by Jones.
Shout out to Cut.
Pit Bullies BBQ.
Shout out to Pit Bulls.
Grilling in the Name of. Smoking Texas Steel.
What?
Los Hermanos de Pipa.
Okay.
Burner Boys. The Dead Smokers. Q Masters Cooking Team.
Okay.
Smoke You Long Time.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Beat My Meat.
Obviously my favorite one.
Meat Slingers.
Yo.
Dos Amigos.
Wait, meat slingers?
Meat slingers, yeah.
I kind of like that one better. Now.
It's better than meat pumpers or whatever. Smoke in, smoke out. Flamin' Carbones. Sunburst Barbecue. Munoz Barbecue. Hunks of meat.
What?
San Antonio Firefighters Bombero Q.
What up, firefighters?
Gangsta Rapas. That's how they spell it. Gangstah. Gangsta Rapas. The Whataburger IT department, which is
What?
exciting.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
Whataburger's coming. Yeah, they got a team.
The IT department?
Yeah. The GDB cookers. They don't want. We're not supposed to say what it stands for because it's cochino.
Oh.
It's Salvation Army. Although we allow beat my meat and sling me long time or whatever. Carol Q, Texacut Titans, and American Legion Post. American Legion's coming out this year.
Oh, the VA?
Yeah.
I love that place. They
vets are
got some
coming
good
out.
cheap drinks in there.
Vets coming out. Firefighters coming out. And
You
some-
get a drink quicker than you can get your
and a
medical.
bunch of heathens.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to have a massive, massive announcement. Adrian Robles is in the building with a $2 donation. Bookie, eat an egg at 12 o'clock on the stage. That would be cool.
That's a good bit.
That would be a great bit if you would eat
Yeah,
an
well,
egg.
you guys have to pay much more than $2.
Oh, my God. It's so ridiculous. All right, this part of the show presented by Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store. Up in the building, 7 locations in and around the greater San Antonio area, 6 in San Antonio, 1 up in Bernie, Texas. All right, so did you see? We'll make them promote. We'll just make them the sponsor of this part of the show.
Leave that up. Jose.
Yeah, leave that up, Jose. Friday, we came in here. Pablo Torre, the longtime talk show host and podcaster, he had a report that North Carolina University of had banned Jordan Hudson, the girlfriend of Bill Belichick, from all football facilities. Did you see what NC released a statement later that day?
We're not banning
That's
her.
not true. She's more than welcome.
It's Bill's family
gee.
that's concerned, not us.
Right. So,
Which both things could be true.
Pablo Torre reported that they had banned her, Bill Belichick's
His girlfriend.
the girlfriend, who's just ran his shit, and she's running it into the ground. He reports Friday morning that they had banned her from the facility. Well, something happened because later that afternoon, UNC has a statement released that's not true. And Pablo Torre, he came back out after UNC denied it and said, that's bullshit. They did ban her. They must have changed their mind. Probably because Bill,
I believe Pablo.
Probably because Bill got pissed
I
off.
believe Pablo.
Then we have a report also in the New York Post that says that Bill Belichick's family are extremely concerned about her and her involvement in their dad, in their grandpa, in his life.
I agree.
The
I
kids-
think that's all. I think it's all true.
The kids are creeped out by her.
The kids are creeped out, and I think NC did pull that trigger, and Bill got pissed, and they pulled it back.
I agree.
I don't think
Carolina,
Pablo's credible. He wouldn't just make that up.
very credible. Carolina panicked.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. We don't ban her. Oh, okay. What kind of bullshit is that?
'Cause Bill was going to walk.
Right now, all 4- and 5-star players at the University of North Carolina. Where's my camera? Right here. You need to transfer to the University of Texas, where they do some real fucking winning. They had a kid, a 5-star defensive end
They already
from
left. He's here.
Carolina last month. He's like, I'm good. I'm going down to play for Sark. And probably got paid, no question. You
Oh,
want to
yeah.
get
He
paid?
got paid.
You want to play for a legit coaching staff? Bill Belichick's coaching staff is not legit. That's not the same Bill Belichick we're getting here at Carolina.
No.
That is an old man who got blackballed from the NFL and is trying to save a little face here, who has made it way worse and all this controversy over a piece of ass. And that's bullshit. And now the family's all concerned about his mental state.
Countries have gone to war over pizza.
That's bullshit.
The power of the PU.
Religion and pussy.
I don't like saying that
Both
word.
those two things will get you killed.
I don't like saying that word.
My bad. Sorry. Religion will get you killed.
Yeah. That word gives me the creeps.
Oh, pussy
Yeah,
or
shut the-
religion?
What about Ussy?
Ussy with
I
a
don't
P.
say that often.
Pizza,
I don't say it often.
pizza and Jesus will get you killed.
Pizza and Jesus.
Pakistan and India are about to go to war right now over religion. It's bullshit.
Yeah, AD's been telling. Speaking of Texas Cheer, AD's
Yeah.
been telling me about
Yeah,
that.
it's unfortunate. Bill Belichick's getting ready to have
Was
his
that racist?
legacy completely tarnished over she ain't even 39. She's 24. Would it be one thing if he was dating some powerful woman who was in on his shit? That's
Yeah.
one thing. Dude, she ain't done shit. She can't even win the Miss Maine pageant.
She got an $8 million real estate portfolio now, though.
She got third place in the Miss Maine pageant. Can't even win Maine.
She lost Maine?
I could go shave my nutsack and finish in 7th in the Miss Maine pageant.
If you identify, yeah, you could.
No, I'll shave my balls and bend over and make that be my mugshot.
Tuck it.
Yeah, that's my face.
Wow.
And still take 5th in that ugly state. She couldn't even win it. And family's concerned for her. So Dunkin' Donuts apparently complained. So Bill did a commercial for Dunkin' Donuts. Jordan Hudson forced her way into the commercial.
Oh, good for her.
And they went ahead and Dunkin' Donuts went ahead and caved, but they let it get out. We were not happy how that went down. We thought we were getting Bill Belichick. We got the Belichicks. We got him and his old lady.
Damn.
And they went in, they had already spent the money. They already set up the production, already paid Bill, and went ahead and put her ass in the commercial.
Hey, let me tell you something. I don't know. I guess sad what's happening to Bill, but this chick's a boss.
Dude.
She's a boss. Like, you look at the way she handles CBS. Then she forces her way into Dunkin' Donuts, gets herself unbanned from UNC. $8 million real estate portfolio. She's a bad female dog.
And it's on him. It's on him for letting this happen.
Yeah.
Carolina, I guess they're desperate. They feel like they need Bill. It's kind of late now. I mean, shit, it's almost June.
It's time to play.
Right. I mean, geez. So this kind of like so Carolina regrets this, but they're going to have to ride this out, hoping that this kind of goes away. Or once we get to the season,
you just pray.
Good luck, man. This is a red flag central. These are red fires. North Carolina and Bill Belichick. It's kind of like the U.S. and China. Like they don't really like each other all of a sudden, but they need each other.
Yeah.
They need him.
Say,
and he needs
we'll
them.
go back to 10% for 90 days.
Yeah. It's called the 90-day truce. Never mind, she's not banned.
Yeah.
She can come in.
90-day truce.
Yeah.
Send us those white T-shirts.
That is a proud university, and they're letting Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girl.
Bill's putting a whole new meaning
rules.
into the word unk.
Unbelievable.
I ain't calling them UNC no more. I'm calling them unk.
Get you 5% off all Texas Cheer liquor stores when you go in there and mention in the building. There were 7 locations, 6 in San Antonio, 1 up in Barney, Texas. All right, for y'all that are about to check out, we got a members-only show coming up here in about 20, 30 minutes. We have our special NBA draft lottery pool show tonight.
Mike making us work overtime today, man.
Yeah, I know. And wait till Wednesday's day. Wednesday's going to be a weird day because I got television appearances and stuff. We'll get to it. All right, we got members only coming out next. If you're not a member, it's only $4.99 a month. That's it. All right, $4.99 a month.
About 11:30?
Yeah, about 11:30. All right, so if you're watching live, jump your asses back in here at 11:30 on the
I got to pee. I'm almost 50.
All right, I got to pee too. I am 50. Love you hard. See you in 30 minutes on In the Building Members Only.
Get the bag with Jimmy.